Before Zeus ruled from the heights of Olympus, the universe belonged to older gods. Poseidon did not yet command the sea. Hades had not become lord of the dead. The Titans ruled creation, and at their head stood Cronus, the king of the Titans. Cronus possessed everything a ruler could desire. He had absolute power. He ruled over a prosperous age. No enemy seemed strong enough to challenge him. Yet Cronus lived in constant fear. He knew exactly how kings like him were destroyed. Long before Cronus became king, the heavens belonged to his father, Uranus. Uranus was the living embodiment of the sky. He feared some of his own children. He especially feared the Cyclopes and the hundred-handed giants. So Uranus forced them into a hidden prison deep within the earth. Their mother, Gaia, suffered as they struggled inside her. Eventually, Gaia decided that Uranus had to be stopped. She created a great sickle. Then she asked her Titan sons to rise against their father. Only Cronus was willing to act. Cronus hid in darkness and waited. When Uranus descended, Cronus attacked him with Gaia's sickle. He tore the old ruler from power. The age of the sky god was over. Cronus claimed the throne of the cosmos. He had defeated a tyrant. He presented himself as the beginning of a better world. Later traditions remembered his reign as a golden age. The earth gave freely. Humanity lived without war, greed, or exhausting labor. At least, that was how the story was remembered. But the new king carried the violence of the old world inside him. Gaia and Uranus gave Cronus a warning. One of his own children would eventually overthrow him. It was the same fate Cronus had inflicted on his father. He had won the universe through rebellion. Now he imagined rebellion everywhere. Cronus married his sister, Rhea. In time, she gave birth to their first child, Hestia. For most parents, this would have been a moment of joy. For Cronus, it was the arrival of a possible enemy. He did not exile the infant. He did not build a prison. He took Hestia from her mother. Then he swallowed her whole. Hestia was immortal, so she did not die. She remained trapped inside her father. She was hidden from the world. She could not grow into her own power. Cronus believed he had found the perfect answer to the prophecy. If his children could not escape, they could never take his throne. Then Rhea gave birth to Demeter. Cronus swallowed her as well. Hera came next. Then Hades. Then Poseidon. One by one, 5 future gods vanished into their father's body. The goddess of the hearth was imprisoned. The goddess of the harvest was imprisoned. The future queen of Olympus was imprisoned. The future lord of the underworld was imprisoned. And the future lord of the sea was imprisoned. All 5 disappeared before they could claim their kingdoms. To the outside world, Cronus still appeared invincible. Inside his palace, fear was changing him. He had become the same kind of father he once fought against. Uranus had buried his children beneath the earth. Cronus carried his children inside himself. Both rulers tried to freeze the future. Both confused control with safety. Rhea was overwhelmed by grief. Each pregnancy brought hope. Each birth ended with the same horror. When she became pregnant for the 6th time, she made a decision. She would not surrender another child. Rhea went to Gaia and Uranus. She begged them to help her save the baby. She also wanted Cronus punished for his cruelty. Their plan depended on secrecy. Rhea traveled to Crete. She went far beyond the watchful eyes of the Titan king. There, inside a hidden cave, she gave birth to Zeus. Later traditions added more details to the story. Some said the infant was nursed by the goat Amalthea. Others spoke of armed guardians called the Curides. They struck their shields with their spears. The crashing metal covered the sound of the baby's cries. Cronus could not hear his hidden son. Back at the palace, Rhea prepared a dangerous deception. She selected a large stone. She wrapped it tightly in swaddling cloth. Then she carried it to her husband. From a distance, the bundle looked like a newborn child. Cronus did not inspect it. Fear had made him impatient. Power had made him careless. He seized the wrapped stone. Then he swallowed it in a single motion. For the first time, one of his children remained beyond his control. Zeus grew in secret. He was the youngest child of Cronus. But he was the only one who had experienced freedom. As the years passed, Zeus learned the truth. He learned who his father was. He learned what had happened to his brothers and sisters. The prophecy did not command Zeus to rebel. Cronus gave him every reason to do so. When Zeus reached maturity, he returned to confront the Titan king. Ancient sources tell this part of the story in different ways. The poet Hesiod describes a victory of cunning and strength. Another tradition gives an important role to Metis. Metis was the goddess of wise counsel. She prepared a powerful substance for Cronus to drink. Cronus consumed it. Then his body turned against him. He could no longer hold what he had swallowed. The first object to emerge was the stone. It was the false child he had accepted years before. Then came Poseidon, then Hades, then Hera, then Demeter. Finally, Hestia returned to the world. The five gods were alive. They were no longer helpless infants. They were divine powers ready to stand beside their brother. Zeus later placed the stone at the sacred site of Delphi. It became a sign for future generations. Cronus had swallowed it as proof that he had defeated fate. Instead, it became a monument to the moment fate deceived him. Freeing his siblings did not immediately make Zeus king. Cronus still commanded the Titans. Neither side was willing to surrender the universe. The struggle became known as the Titanomachy. It was a war between the older Titans and the younger Olympians. For 10 years, the two generations fought without a decisive victory. The Titans held Mount Othrys. Zeus and his allies fought from Mount Olympus. This was more than a battle for territory. It was a conflict over the future of the cosmos. Once again, Gaia offered the knowledge that changed everything. She told Zeus to release the Cyclopes and the hundred-handed giants. These were the same beings Uranus had imprisoned long before. Zeus broke their chains. Then he brought them into the war. The Cyclopes remembered his kindness. In gratitude, they gave the younger gods powerful weapons. Zeus received thunder and lightning. Poseidon received the trident. Hades received a helmet that made its wearer invisible. The hundred-handed giants brought a different kind of power. They could hurl entire storms of stones against the Titans. The battlefield shook. The sea roared. The sky burned with thunder. At last, the balance broke. Cronus and his allies were defeated. Many of the conquered Titans were cast into Tartarus. This prison lay beneath even the realm of the dead. The hundred-handed giants became their guards. Atlas had fought on the side of Cronus. He received a punishment of his own. He was condemned to bear the heavens upon his shoulders. Zeus and his brothers then divided the world. Zeus took the sky. Poseidon took the sea. Hades took the underworld. The surface of the earth remained a realm shared by all. The children Cronus tried to erase became the rulers of creation. The story of Cronus is remembered for one horrifying image. It is the image of a father swallowing his newborn children. But beneath that horror lies a larger pattern. Uranus feared his children and imprisoned them. Cronus overthrew Uranus. Then Cronus repeated his father's cruelty in a new form. Zeus overthrew Cronus and established another divine order. Greek mythology imagined power as a repeating cycle. Every ruler feared the generation waiting behind him. Cronus believed the prophecy was his greatest enemy. It was not. His greatest enemy was the fear the prophecy awakened inside him. Every attempt to protect his throne pushed his children toward rebellion. Every act of control made the prophecy more likely to come true. Cronus gave Zeus a hidden childhood. He gave him 5 imprisoned siblings to rescue. He also created a universe filled with potential allies. Those allies remembered the cruelty of the old kings. The king of the Titans tried to escape fate by swallowing the future. But the future survived inside him. It waited for the moment it could return. And when it finally emerged, it did not ask for his permission. It took his throne.